Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are on the test server, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at the Incarnate, see her in action, see if we try to put her in like the best case possible, how good this champion is, what can she actually do, and to make this a bit more fun, it takes ages to scroll through these epics, but we are also going to look at why the heck not. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the fusion epic. Slick's a stripe hide. We put him in really good gear as well. And we're going to see what he can do. We'll run them together with like an arbiter, obviously. And let's see, is this a good combo, I suppose? Why the heck not? We'll get a look at him as well. Again, he's a double hitter with a chance to stun. He's got a double hitter that ignores shield, increased defense, and strengthen, and heals him. And then he has an AoE attack that gives him increased crit rate, crit damage. I did actually build him with 100% crit rate, just in case like he gets locked out or something like that, which could easily happen here in the test server. We're going to be fighting lots of lockout. He gets bonus crit damage when he kills people, and it resets. Or sorry, if he kills someone with his A2, big single target, his next attack ignores defense. He's got an attack aura for Arena. For the masteries, for him, by the way, fairly standard nuker stuff. And yeah, we've put him into Savage. No Stone Skin, just Savage. But with 7,000 attack. Whoa! We've cranked it up, and he's pretty fast as well. Let's take a look, though, at the fusion and what she is all about. So she is here. She is a high elf defense-based champion, of course, and she's really a team protector, right? Ally protection and strengthen on the team on a 3-turn. Then a shield on the team on a 3-turn. She also has an AoE attack that can remove all shield buffs and a random buff from all enemies. And her A1 is a chance to provoke 50% on each hit. It's pretty decent. And she can counterattack whenever an ally arbiter is hit. Once per hit, she has a 10% chance. I think that does go up to 30%. We'll see how good it is. She gets bonus accuracy for allies under ally protection, and she does pump it out a good bit. She gets bonus resistance for allies under ally protection as well. Again, she gets a good bit. Yeah, if she dies, it resets Arbiter's Revive, which is nice. She takes 20% of the damage that's meant for Arbiter. And if Arbiter's going to be killed by a fatal hit, she puts Unkillable on the Arbiter, so helping the Arbiter to survive. So like if your whole team gets one shot, the Arbiter will survive, in theory, with 1 hit point, with Unkillable, and her Revive will be reset, and then she can potentially pick the team back up. I've given her Temporal Chains. She's only 1 star. I got her 1 star in the test server, just lucky she showed up in the shop. It's not going to make much difference. Like, it's going to decrease enemy speed a little bit. But yeah, in terms of how to build her, I think there's going to be several different ways. I've gone for the old 6-piece Stone Skin. So she's going to be sat in Stone Skin. It's going to be safe. She can protect the Arbiter, and, you know, like, if everyone else gets killed, well, hopefully Arbiter can revive people anyway, and she can, like, protect them straight away. Just let her do her thing. You could also run her in, like, Guardian set. Could also work pretty well. Even just perception sets. Like, if we look at her build, we've got her definitely built fairly tanky. She's got very high defense. Her HP is maybe a bit low, but she does do a shield that is based off of her defense. So we do want to try crank that up high, which is what I've gone for there. So high defense, still a good chunk of HP. I have her 238 speed, actually 1 speed slower than our nuker. So the plan is that our guy can nuke and then she can ally protect him. Maybe this is terrible. Maybe we want her to be 1 speed faster so she can try to buff strip them first. I guess we'll test it and find out. We can switch them if we want to. But yeah, she's in the Stone Skin. And that's sort of it. She has very high resistance to be sort of tanking. And she's going to get bonuses. She'll be up to like 600-ish. And 276 accuracy is a bit low. But again, with the bonuses, she'll be up more like 350-ish. So yeah, I've given her general sort of masteries. I'd say arena specific, you probably give her Bulwark, you know? That might work. And then some support tree, maybe. I've given her War Master, so she's good for bosses. And, you know, we're going to give her Shadow Heal, so she heals when enemies are healed. She's going to give us resistance for our team with buffs. She's going to... I thought this would be a good combo for her with Stone Skin. Selfless Defender. Takes the first hit on allies. She's going to take 20% of that first hit to really make our team tankier for the first hit. She's in Stone Skin, so she should be totally safe, and that's the plan. Cycle of Revenge, turn meter when allies are hit by crits. Let's take her for a spin in Faction Wars, first of all, I suppose, and then we'll bring in the Lizard, because we don't have him in here. So, okay, let's rip out, like, the good champs here. Let's put her in. She doesn't have an aura, which is a bummer. I guess we'll put in him, and we don't have... I don't think I have another damage dealer. Okay, a 3-star Royal Guard with bad gear, that should be okay. Yeah, I don't have the other ones quite built up. But this looks fine, you know, a fairly standard sort of team, and let's just stick it in and see her go through. Like, this should be really no problem whatsoever. Like, my Arbiter should be fast enough that she's going to run rings around the enemy here. So there we go. She actually opens with her A2, first of all. We can see the size of the shield. I'd say the shield is really nothing crazy, guys. That is not a shield that is making you, you know, just your jaw's not dropping at all, is it? It's not dropping at all. It's quite average, really. But the ally protection, half the damage she took, she's gone in. She's done a double hit and provoked. She does have a decent chance to provoke for this sort of content on the A1. We'll see if Arbiter gets hit, if we can trigger any counterattacks like the boss should hit Arbiter. So no matter what. But yeah, that's the shield. Now, with increased defense on, which we will see in Arena, she will do a better shield. No question. The shield will be stronger. I think she'll definitely be useful for speed farming this because, like, if you get stuck in a loop, which might happen to you, you know, especially with Royal Guard and his A3, right? Pushing back turn meter and decrease speed. Or if you're running Lysandra or something and you get stuck in a loop where this Man-Eater gets unkillable up, it's not going to be a problem with her because she can strip off that unkillable buff with her A2 and keep you going. There we go. Ally protections on everybody. She's just sort of continually pumping out buffs to try to keep you alive. She's going to be very strong with buff extenders for that purpose. Again, you can see a solid chance to provoke. She's not built for damage, so she's not hitting very hard here. Obviously, in this case, we're going to outrun all of our buffs by the time the boss actually hits us. So, yeah, I mean, she reduced the damage we took. She's put a shield on everybody, which is kind of nice, trying to keep us safe. She didn't counterattack, unfortunately. And it's not the best chance, and ally protection is on. Like I said, we are really outgearing this particular content. I do think they have mentioned, actually, right? So the devs, when we talked to them, they did mention that they are definitely considering like adding more difficulties of faction wars. And if that happens, she could be an MVP. Like if they make like hard mode faction wars and the boss is absolutely clap, she will be one of the better protectors in the faction. Now, there are others. She's not the only one, but she will be a really good one for that. So that's definitely something that might be some value. Obviously, that's very theoretical value because that's not confirmed that it is going to happen. But if it does, it would be decent enough. So yeah, we're going through. You can see that, you know, we are really not taking any much damage. If we ran her in a Guardian set or with Bulwark Mastery, again, that would be even stronger. But it's just sort of fairly consistent protection. This is certainly not going to be a speed kill of the boss, but it's pretty decent. I'll show you the stats on the team as well. Once you get Arbiter, this faction is really quite easy. So, you know, she's not essential. She's helping somewhat, but she's not essential. I think that really, the honestly, the best thing is that she'd be giving you, actually, you know, the fastest way to do this is actually if we jump back here, is that she's giving you that strip for the Man-Eaters, which could be kind of useful. So we include the Master Ball. So Arbiter is built like this. So she has these stats. So she's 351 speed. She's quite tanky herself. We've seen her. Tyrell is in some accuracy gear. He's like this. Got the sweet 111% crit rate. Royal Guard. He's like this, quite slow, but decent damage. And we've got a stun set on Elhain. He's like this. She actually has a ton of crit damage, but 50% crit rate. That's how we roll. Tyrell stole her crit rate. So, look, I think she's fine for faction wars. Do you need her right now? No. Might she be good in the future? Yeah. Let's jump in here. So, actually, this is almost the exact same team I was thinking of running. This will be fun. Will it work if we throw in the epic? So, basically, what I said we do, we're obviously against, you know, pretty strong enemy champions just in general. So this is going to be tricky. Let's give it a go. How well can she keep them alive? So not only does she combo well with Arbiter, I think she's a pretty good combo with Siphi, right? Siphi gives us block debuffs, increased defense, and increased speed. She is giving us ally protection, strengthen, and shields. So between all of them, it's quite a strong combo. Now, one problem is Narcisse. Obviously, if we've got shields, Narcisse will double hit us. He ignores the shields. It's a pretty bad time. So she's not going to help with that, but the ally protection should help. So let's see. Are we faster? Okay, we are. That's good. He must have stripped gear off someone. That's a very slow Yumiko. Suspiciously so. Well, let's get to see what he does. So this move puts increased crit rate on him. And he attempts to attack everybody. I mean, give it a go. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad damage, honestly. Let's not put the shield on because we're scared. We can actually strip their buffs off. Let's put on ally protection. He doesn't have any buff removers. Let's let him hit us. Just let it happen. As I said to your girlfriend last night. Oh my god, it killed him. Well, he's very squishy. That's sort of expected. So she wasn't able to keep him alive. I mean, she did well keeping the rest of them alive. Okay, let's go in here. Let's not give him an extra turn. We don't want to deal with that. We can come in. We can not strip off Bolster, unfortunately. We've given us all a shield, which might actually be bad. Let's kill her. Great. And let's see his A2. Kerplunk. That would have done like 100k damage. It's actually pretty good, honestly. Let's see if we can provoke the Yumiko. We got the provoke on Yumiko. She tried to polymorph us, but we resisted, I suppose. He's definitely stripped off gear, so his Yumiko is not fully geared, making this quite a bit easier for us, which we will gladly take. Okay, and I guess there's no obvious bonus. We just killed someone, didn't we, with this? So we should now ignore 30% defense. Let's see how hard he's going to hit with his A1. Oh, whoa! Holy shit! Okay, yo! Fusion Epic doing some damage right there. What was that? Let's just try a few different fights. Holy moly, when Helm Smasher procced, you could see like the more... Oh, he's faster. That's not good. Okay, we are in for a fairly nasty time. I guess we'll try to cut in. Okay, he stripped everything. Okay, that's definitely not ideal. Poor old Slixus is definitely going to die. Yeah, we'll put ally protection on. Hopefully keep us alive through the Rotus. Obviously, he's not going to survive. She's taking some damage with the first hit. Arbiter didn't get too beat up, which is good, I suppose. I think he's just going to reset and kill us here. We've just been out-championed at this point. We can't sleep anything. We'll heal up. We can try... We'll revive him again. Wow, okay, wow. She tanked that up like a boss. That's cool. I guess we can start beating up Rotus. As long as he doesn't start counterattack. He's going to heal anyway, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we can attempt to strip some of their buffs. Remove some buffs. Is it useful? I don't know. Let's bring him back full turn meter. Sifi might just sleep him, though, which would be annoying. Yep. And he's dead. He's too... So she's not really keeping him alive, is she? I mean, let's just... Actually, no, Rotus is going to ignore, isn't he? Rotus is going to ignore her. Yeah, she got unkillable, but Rotus ignores unkillable. Right, well, we just smashed by that. That's not even a particularly strong team. Obviously, like, Ultimate Death Knight in that fight would do much better. Try it against a similar team. Again, I'm worried. Without, yeah, I'm kind of worried about this one. Like, Slixus, he is just going to die. We are faster, which is nice. I mean, let's boost him up. Okay, they're cutting in. But we are back in. I mean, let's go in. This is going to activate the Rotus. It didn't quite kill Ray either. And he's definitely dead. Oof. We might cut in. Maybe. Maybe. Well, we'll put on ally protection because she's going to be firing off AoEs. Yeah, that absolutely clapped. Arbiter didn't go low enough to actually die. We'll revive again. Gonna attempt to strip some more buffs. Poor old Slixus is not really working well here, is he? And ignores the kill. Okay, 2 fights. So she's really not good against Rotus. Like, it's kind of embarrassing compared to Ultimate Death Knight. Let's do this. Ooh, this is an interesting fight. We'll come back to that. Let's do an easy fight here. Surely we win this one. Surely we don't get soloed by an Armans. It could happen. Right. I mean, let's just try nuke him, right? He's squishy. Slixus, do your thing. No, Slixus did his thing. Oof, that hurt. That hurt. Okay, well, ally protect. So we're going to really reduce the damage. We can just be... he just sleep his damage dealer. He could cleanse, but he foolishly didn't ally attack. He almost killed him anyway. We'll just use her revive because we can. And, I don't know, sleep him. Does it even matter? See. Bonk, Blades of Finality, tons of damage. Weak hit there from her. She's not this is like, I mean, that fight was an easy fight, but like even against these sort of, they're not even super end game teams now. Like there's no mythicals and stuff in here. We're at a disadvantage. We're using Slixus against, like Rotus and stuff. Rotus is obviously better. Uh, she's not wowing me. Let's do one more fight here, maybe two more. We'll refresh and see if there's an interesting fight. Um, only all right. Like she's helping you stay alive. She's, I would say, nothing particularly special, right? Nothing particularly special. He's just dead. On auto, actually interesting. She opens with the buff strip, which would have been better to save. Poor old Slixus just cannot stay alive. I mean, that's sort of her job, is to keep people alive. That's the purpose. Like we've got 3 strong-ish protectors here, and they are not able to keep him standing. It's not happening. I mean, the ally protection, the strengthen there, kept Sifi alive. It's keeping the tankier champions alive. What we could do, actually, you know what? What we could do is we could switch out Slixus for somebody better and see that. That could actually be a pretty useful showcase. So let's actually do that if we don't manage to win this one. Okay, Sifi will revive him, hopefully with enough turn meter. No, and he's dead again. It's not enough. Okay, Slixus, I'm sorry, buddy. He hits hard, but, he's sort of like a Genbo, Genbo's not really killing everyone in bolster, right? So let's put in, say, Ragash should be fine. We've got a defense-based team. I think Ragash has gear on. Yeah, Ragash has gear on. We're good. So if we jump in, actually pretty comparable gear level to Slixus, to be honest. Pretty similar. But Ragash is a stronger damage dealer. So, I mean, let's go in here. Ragash, I think, will do his A3 on auto, which would be suboptimal. That's a stronger hit. Let's have her protect this time. And let's see what happens. We should have, like, A1'd, but she can, in theory, strip stuff, which would be nice. So, yeah, this is certainly not the best team I could put together. I mean, there we go. The ally protection. He tried to smack us with a Canderfon. Don't know what gear he has on, but, like, with a tankier team, she's gone in. She stripped a bunch of buffs there. This is a better showcase. She seems to be working better with, like, a tankier sort of team. Strong synergy with the Sifi as well. It's gone in. She's provoked. Okay. Slixus was the problem all along. Maybe. Okay, that's decent damage. And we just sort of hope Ragash can do enough to kill. Hopefully so. Canderfon, let's see how hard his A1 hits. He's not... No, he's not going to have increased attack. Oh, never mind. He is going to have increase. He will. He will have increased attack. So she should strip off some buffs. Obviously, she actually... No increased attack. She stripped it off. It's random. It's only one buff. She's removing the little shields. It's okay, right? It's not the best thing, not the worst thing. The strengthen, again, being fairly useful. I think that's the mastery. Is it? Yeah, we must have given her the mastery. The strengthen is still up, but the ally protection's gone. Seems fairly useful. Let's see here what's going to happen. This is going to be a long fight, but you get the gist. She is certainly protecting us fairly well. So, all right, let me pause. Let's win this one. I'll be right back. Actually, I paused at just the wrong time. Duchess revived them all, and then she did her A2, and she stripped off the veil, so actually left them vulnerable after the Duchess revived. I actually thought that was kind of cool. That was actually pretty slick. Let's actually target down the Duchess, see if we can't kill her. But yeah, you get the gist. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, that took absolutely ages, but we got through. I mean, like, it's a good, Mithrala is a good comparison. A champion that, like, everyone can get eventually. Like, Mithrala, I feel, is a better protector. Ultimate Death Knight is a better protector than her for Arena. She's not awful, but she's not all that crazy, honestly, either. I mean, let's go... Maybe not against that. I mean, let's try... That looks funny. I don't know. There's nothing here that's too special. It's like we could try her with the Sun Wukong as maybe a more accessible option. But yeah, none of it is really... Oh, let's actually fight against her. That'll be fun. So I guess we could put in our own Sun Wukong for this one. Sure. Why the heck not? Yeah, let's fight against her. Let's see what it's like to fight against her. She will actually block Sun Wukong. Like, if Sun Wukong tries to one-shot Arbiter But she'd be a sheep, which would be maybe annoying. Oh, he's fast. Oh, God. He's actually very fast. Faster. My Sifi's got, well, not crazy speed gear. She's got speed gear, shall we say. Right. Well, let's put on our defensive buffs. Well, Sun Wukong stole them all. Well, he didn't manage to steal all of them, actually. We kept a good few. Let's see. The man's? Oh, our man's. He put us to sheep. He put us to sheep. Let's not wake him up. She looks very squishy. I don't know if she has any gear on. There's her counterattack. That's kind of cool, I suppose. Well, he put on a bunch of defensive buffs. Let's try strip them off. Not bad. Well, Arbiter didn't die. I'm quite worried our man's is going to go on a murder spree now at this point. I guess we'll bring Wukong back. He might just die anyway. No, don't do it, Oh, well, Arbiter's still alive, not thanks to her. But she's still alive, which is nice. Armans, please stop. Please, stop. Oh, Wukong. No, our cooldown was increased. Zounds. It's fine. We win. Wukong pulls it back. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, what do we think about her in Arena? In this build, like, this is like 6-piece stone skin. This is like kind of your solid Arena build. She's actually, it's a weird thing, right? Because Arbiter, you kind of want to run in these speed teams. This chick goes actually really well with tanky teams. It's quite an anti-synergy. Now, I mean, protecting, giving like a super, what's the set? Super swift parry to Arbiter. Giving like super bulwark to Arbiter. Giving the reset to like, you could just not run her with Arbiter. You could just stick her in. Let's try that. Let's try her. Final one. Let's try her in just a super tanky team. Let's try her in a super duper tanky, and let's put her in a more high-end team as well. So let's put her in with, and we'll see how she does. So I mean, let's do the couple. Let's do this. Let's put her in again with the Sifi and herself. I mean, would I want to use her here as opposed to just using like a Yumiko or something? I don't know about that. Oh, that's not who I wanted at all. Supreme Elhain, we don't want that. So let's have her do like priority like so. 1 and 2, and they can do their thing. I think they still got gear on. No, we stole gear for Narcissus, right? Hang on a second. I was trying the Narcissus gear on him. Yeah, for Arena, nothing too crazy here. Champion presets, try them on. Equip that. Right, Narcissus' gear on again. Right, let's go in. Let's give it a shot. So we've got multiple people in Stone Skin here. I'm just curious, like, how we'll do a couple of fights with this. Like, maybe honestly using her without Arbiter. Like, if you're super early game, she'll be nice with Arbiter, but then she might be better without him in the end. Okay, that was strange. Chuzen boosted the wrong person. I mean, let's just try it against a couple of these teams. This is a much stronger team. I mean, Ancora Narcissus, pretty high, pretty top tier, honestly, in terms of damage dealers. Like, outside of like Taurus or Mythicals, like there's not much better. So he's done a decent smack. Got Stone Skin. He doesn't even take damage from counterattacks anyway. Right, we've got lots of buffs on our team. I mean, a buff extender would be nice. Let's see how hard he can hit us here. Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, cool. Now, she will strip off some buffs, which again is kind of nice. Most of them are resisting. We've not built her with accuracy. Like, stripping one buff, I don't know if it's worth building her with accuracy. But it's kind of, I know it's an option. Oh, there you go. She actually went in counterattack provoked, but she did. She caught petrified, but she's back. She survived. And she got cleansed from the petrification, so she's still going. I mean, she's tanking him absolutely no problem. I don't know how well his Candrafon is built, but he's a plus something. So, I mean, presumably they've got high team power. Presumably he's pretty decent. And yeah, like at this point, I'd say it's mostly only a matter of time. Again, I think that's kind of nice, right? She strips the veil from the Duchess, and yeah, we could just A1 down the Candrafon. That's kind of a neat little trick. And it's going to take a little while. We need the Duchess to A1 so Narcissus can double hit her with his A2. I think he's going to fire off now. No, he's gone in with the A3. He's done. That's a tanky Duchess. That is a tanky Duchess. Maybe we're not procking Helm Smasher, but that Duchess is taking hits like a champ. Wow, that Duchess is really tanking it, taking hits like a champ. Holy, what sort of stats does she have? That's crazy. She will eventually die. This is just a slow fight, no matter what. Like, Narcissus is pretty good for killing Duchess. And he's got pretty decent gear on. Not decent enough. Oh, we actually stripped the shield off of her. That's maybe not ideal. Why don't we just reset Narcissus? We should be fine. She's got the revive. Let's see. Do we have the strip? No, not this time. We've got some damage. Narcissus is going in. Oh my god, it's so close. We do have Ursiga protecting him as well at this point. That's part of it too. We're getting cleansed. We're getting boosted. Do some damage, boy. Oh my god. Well, we'll pause it. Okay, we're done. I think that was more to show that this Candrafon, it's a +4. He really couldn't make a dent. Let's actually see. This will be a good test against +4 Cupidus from Hades. Don't know what sort of gear he has on, but I mean, on auto, we should just keep smacking this Cupidus, and he should trigger lots of counterattacks. This should be kind of stupidly funny. Like, ally protection is on. He doesn't have an increased attack on Cupidus. He might even just straight up kill him. 160k. Okay, that hurt quite a bit. Narcissus might just... Yeah, Narcissus gonna one-shot him, and Narcissus just eats Necrat for breakfast, really, okay? Unfortunate. All right, I mean, let's try... Don't want to fight something with a lockout. Let's fight the Tyraku, who absolutely owned us earlier. Let's see how we do against that. So we throw our tanky team into, his Ray and his Rotus. High damage incoming. How do we do? Narcissus not super amazing here. You can ignore the Rotus passive, and he's just a tanky damage dealer. Let's see how we do. Yeah, so we've killed the Rotus. He's been revived, but his max HP's been destroyed a bit. It's decent. I mean, that Ray, she doesn't have increased attack. She's doing almost nothing. Like, she's just bringing you typical defensive buffs. I want to win this one, so we win, because I'm sad of losing. No, I'm only joking. Let's go. But yeah, so I mean, like, she's okay for arena. Like, it's a lot of defensive buffs, but yeah, but I mean, that gives me... she's genuinely better in the tanky teams. She's genuinely better if you don't use her with Arbiter in arena. It's like, I feel like the Arbiter thing is a bit of a bait, or it's like, okay, if you're super early game and you don't have like a super tanky team, then yeah, you've got some Arbiter synergies that might be worth using. It might be worth it. But I actually think her kit is just better for a tanky team, right? Because she's giving a huge amount of protection. She's doing a bit of buff stripping. She just fits in a go second team, and she gets tankier. Like, yeah, that's a weird one. So we've seen her in Faction Crypt. We've seen her in some arena. What would also be kind of fun is let's jump into some Sand Devil. Let's see if we can do stage 17. We did something like this before. Unfortunately, she's the wrong affinity, so we'll put in somebody else with decreased defense. But let's put in Slixus again. Can squishy old Slixus, can squishy Slixus take down the Sand Devil? So let's look for a Force Affinity. I guess she would work. Do we have anybody else that's sort of like a Force Affinity? Preferably someone with multiple debuffs. I mean, we could do a Geomancer. We want to decrease defense, though. There's not many options. In fact, we should just go... Let's look for... Was he Force or Magic? Yeah, we could go Force, Magic, or Void. And we definitely want decreased defense. Okay, what have we got? We've got a few options here. Not a ton, but we've got a few. Yeah, you know what? This would be fine. Let's let Zargala, so long as she's got gear, let's let her have a go. She's slower than Slixus. Okay, let's put in an Ugo. Ugo should be faster. And Ugo brings the block buffs as well, and some healing. Okay, that should be fine. So lots of nice survivability here. Oh, one thing we do need to do is we need to come over and use the beautiful preset manager. Thank you, preset manager. I'll swap it back for anyone on the test server who wants to attack me. I think she's just stealing Sifi's gear. Yeah, steal all Sifi's gear. Thanks, Sifi. Thank you. And let's go in. Let's just see. I don't. Are we on the right stage? Hopefully we are. Yeah, I think we are. So let's see how this goes. So there we go. We're going to boost up lots of debuffs. Decent hit from Slixus. We've got defensive buffs on now. Slumber counter for the boss is really high. The Slixus A2. No, that was his A1. Wait, what are you doing, Slixus? What are you doing? We've got the shield on. I want to force Slixus to do his move. Do the one that hits hard. Not bad. Boss is half dead. That's, not too shabby. We've outrun all the defensive buffs. Slixus did die, but that's fine. So certainly for this level, if you wanted, you could delay her ally protection or something. You could sync it up, but it's technically working. There we go. We've boosted up. He woke up. The shield was just enough to keep Slixus alive. Slixus counterattacked as well for some okay damage. We've no debuffs on the boss. Healed up by Adolin. Adolin is booked for this showcase. He's got his bonus crit damage on. You should be fine for this next hit. Never mind. We've put the boss to sleep, which is great. There's the weaken from Arbiter. Decreased defense. Slixus. Finish him off. Decent damage. We obviously have kind of crazy gear on Slixus. But for... What was this? Why did I pick this floor? This was one of the floors. Like, it works. Works fine. It's not the fastest, but, she's keeping people alive. Is she the best in slot? I don't know. Oh, this is the first floor where you can get superior oil. So this worked. We had kind of some crazy gear on these champions. But, we were really outgearing it. So she's in like my Sifi's gear. She's really outgearing. Arbiter's in the Arbiter gear. She's in her gear. Again, Guardian would help you more. Uko is like this. And Slixus is in the crazy damage gear. So that works. Like, you can get greater oil with Slixus and with this champion. She's helping you stay alive. Let's do Iron Twins. So let's put in... I guess we do the recently used? Let's use Adolin. Why the heck not? Let's do it. Let's use the exact same team on full auto on stage 15 of this. Adolin is the wrong affinity. I actually think, Spirit affinity this time around. So Adolin is the wrong affinity, and so is our girl. Decent damage from the Slicks. Ally protection is on. Any good buff extent? We could put in Wixwell as well, actually. You know what? Let's do that. Let's put in Wixwell as well. Instead of Adolin, let's put in Wixwell. Oh no. Keep Slixus in there. Slixus is the MVP. Don't put him in the lead, though. So let's go by rank, and let's put in Wixwell. Wish you well. Okay, he's in kind of crazy defensive gear as well. Let's go. Let's see it. The 2 fusions. So we've got increased defense from Wixwell. We also have the shields from Wixwell, too. Oh, jeez. Well, he almost died right away turn 1. That's kind of hilarious. Ally protection is on. Now, Wixwell can extend buffs, which will be helpful here. That was sort of my theory as well. Wixwell, extend the buffs, decrease attack. Wixwell is also the wrong affinity, mind you. The boss now, he cleanses. All right, keeping us alive fairly well. I think he ignores Unkillable is a bit of a problem. So Sand Devil ignores Unkillable as well, guys, with his big nuke. This guy ignores Unkillable with his A1. So that's a bit of a problem with this fusion, Like her whole thing, I give Arbiter Unkillable. It's like, yeah, that's great, but what if she's immune? Do we have even decreased speed on this team? So yeah, the fusion, she's tanking up the damage for the team. Wixwell's putting out a shield. There we go. Ally protection is on. She's getting smacked around, but we are surviving. And like, if she dies, it resets Arbiter's revive, so she should get picked sort of right back up. There we go. Again, she's getting smacked, but she survived. And she's in Stone Skin, which is not the ideal thing for this. His A2 actually kind of claps. It's pretty legit. Yeah, she really is getting slapped around. We've got no block debuffs here. So people are getting the boss is going to get cleansed in a second as well. There we go. And he's cleansed. Like I said, we don't have decreased speed on this team, which would help. Right, the boss gets tons of turn meter when we get buffs, so yeah, you just got boost turn meter X5. There she goes. She's dead. But Arbiter will have her revive, which will help. So we are out gearing this. Oh, resisted the decrease attack. That's suboptimal right there. That's suboptimal. Ugo cleansed off some of the debuffs. That is good. Shields back on, protecting us. It got destroyed on her right away. She didn't have increased defense, so it wasn't the strongest. Boss is getting close to his final cleanse and then to ultimate doomsday mode or whatever it is. Ugo procking a bunch of extra turns, actually pretty good. She healed up nicely there from War Master. Got smacked around then by... Not ally protection, just the boss hitting her. All right, there we go. The final boss cleanse. Ouch, that's a big hit. Does he ignore unkillable with this? No, it doesn't seem to. Equal to or less. Okay, so he will ignore unkillable, so she won't be able to keep us alive. Wixwell weak hit with the decreased attack. You hate to see it. This is going to be coming down to the wire. That's a big shield. She's dead. Oh, Arbiter's dead. Pepe hands. Maybe Wixwell will solo it, though. Maybe. That's funny. Oh, geez. We've got pretty crazy gear on these champs, though, guys. Like, this is... No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We got pretty crazy gear on. It's an interesting showcase. I mean, she's not bad at tanking up. We'd want... Like, let's get a decreased speed into here. Decreased speed. Let's see if we can make it work. We could put in her. We could actually, honestly... No, we don't. We can't ditch the Arbiter. She needs to bring Slixus back. We should probably ditch Mr. Slick. Now we'll keep Slixus in. We can't ditch Slixus. We really need the decrease attack, I think, but he's the wrong affinity. Let's see if we put in her. Do we have a decrease attack that's like consistent? You know, maybe Adolin is the play. Actually, maybe Adolin is the play. And Wixwell. Lots of decreases. All the Force Affinity champions against the Spirit guy. I believe. Will we give it one final shot? Let me run it through. Let me test it so you don't have to watch in case this doesn't work, yeah? I mean, it's working until we get to Doomsday Machine. It's working pretty well. Now, she's really getting beaten up again with the ally protection. We'd want to put her in regen or something to heal her up instead of Stone Skin, but she's surviving. I think, can Adolin like throw debuffs back? The boss did have decreased defense at one point, and I don't know how he got it. This is a bit unfortunate now. That's some bad timing on our moves, but this is what happens. He's gonna absolutely clap us. Oh, it didn't kill. Oh, okay. So the unkillable did actually save her from Doomsday Machine. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it saved Arbiter from Doomsday Machine. Arbiter revived everyone, and then everybody died because Arbiter didn't have her A3. Like, there's an idea of a team here. Like, this almost works. It almost works, but yeah, I don't know. Look, guys, what do we think of this fusion? Like, she's a sort of standard sort of protector. I'll throw her into regen gear and I'll give that one more attempt, yeah. But she's sort of a standard protecty champion. She's got lots of protection buffs, yeah. She's not doing anything too special. Like, she's just tanky protecty. She's really mediocre, right? She's really mediocre. I think that super early game, yeah, she's maybe a nice combo with Arbiter, progressing through dungeons, doing a lot to keep you alive. I feel like it's unfortunate she's come right after Wixwell. I think Wixwell is better at keeping you alive and with a lot more utility. Like, if we didn't have Wixwell, I'd be like, okay, she's a pretty solid, pretty solid mid-tier protector that might be useful for people to have on their account. I think Wixwell is a top-tier protector, though, so I don't know why you need this chick, honestly. Like, I don't know why. Let me run this. Let's see if we can make it work. All right, the last hurrah, the moment of truth. Can we make it happen? We're using Ragash this time instead of Slick. I haven't tried this out. We have re-geared her into really ridiculous levels of gear. Really ridiculous, but we're putting in Ragash. He is a tanky damage dealer, and he also brings us decreased defense. He also brings us increased speed, which should be quite nice. There we go, his increased speed. So, yeah, we'll sort of see how it goes. If this cannot do it, like, the level of gear we're putting on at this point is just absolutely absurd. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're putting on levels of gear that are far beyond the point where this champion is supposed to be useful in the game. This is just more of a curious thing. We missed decreased defense. There it is. I think we just got unlucky with Ragash, unfortunately. So, yeah, but we're extending the buffs. So this time she's in Guardian set, so she's giving us stronger ally protection. She's also going to heal up as we go as well. Now, she clearly no longer has enough resistance, which is a bit of a bummer. So she's going to take a bit of a beating. But yeah, she should be just protecting the team, in theory, quite strongly. Which is nice. We've got shielding from her, which is not very strong, obviously. We've shielding from Wixwell, which is stronger. And we've got lots of healing from, well, lots, quote unquote, from Adlin. Our 5-star Adlin doing amazing work for Typhoon. We clearly don't have enough accuracy on Ragash. We must check what his accuracy is. That will give us a sense for this, the new level of this boss as well. So that's a bit of a bummer. I thought he would have enough, but I'm wrong. You can see our weak hits and stuff. It's not making, sorry, not our weak hits. I'm thinking Phantom Shogun, derp, derp, derp. But the Iron Brand stacks are not building up too much. It's not too big of a problem. Again, we're running like a really high level of gear. This is kind of silly. A Geomancer team would have the boss dead by this point. But yeah, let's see how we go, shall we? Come on, land a decreased defense. Well, okay, we pushed him past his point, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We could, of course, bring in a Brimstone as well, right? We could have 5-star Brimstone on Adlin or whatever. It's possible we'll have a 5-star soul up for grabs for this champion. Hopefully they make it easy. Like, bearing in mind, she's going to be a hybrid fusion, which is, I think, the worst type of fusion for, I think, a really early to mid-game champion. It's very strange. Very strange indeed. Okay, so the moment of truth. All the other teams have done fine at this point as well. The problem point really comes when we start to trigger Doomsday Machine. Now, yes, we know Arbiter will survive Doomsday Machine, but will she survive the rest of it? That's the question. Decreased defense is on. The boss should pop his thing, though, at any real point here. Ally protection is on at a good time. This should... No, he's close. That is a very, very bad time for her to do Rid of Sleep. I'll tell you that much for free. All right, we've procced him. He's into ultimate mode. Our ally protector chick's getting beaten up. He's put on a little bit of a shield. Doomsday Machine. Wait, it didn't save Arbiter this time. What the heck? Why did Arbiter die? I give up. Yeah, she's not a great Iron Twins champion, I think, clearly enough. She's not fantastic, to put it bluntly. Her and Arbiter, like, I'm sure we could make the team work at some point, but this is not some... It's not some amazing hype combo. Like, Arbiter for this team is not really doing anything, actually. Like, the increased defense or increased attack she's bringing is not doing us any particular favors. So, yeah, look, I don't know, guys, about this champion. The Arbiter's probably a bit of a trap again. Just ditch the Arbiter. I don't know. Incarnate plus Arbiter, where are you using them out, like, in actual endgame? I'm not seeing it. So, yeah. I'm like, guys, this is over 100,000 HP, 4,000 defense in Defiant and Guardian. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, here, it's, you know, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing it, really, to be completely honest. Yeah, it's not a very strong synergy, and for Janet, she's, yeah, you get the gist. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.